Okay, class, we have next video here. This is about the strategy procedure for long conversation. Yeah, this is free. You have time to review the answers. Long conversation, ya, berarti dua orang speak up agak lama, tapi Anda harus memilih jawabannya di saat mereka lagi dialog tersebut. Jadi you can guess the right answer. Jadi so you summarize from the dialogue, ya, from the long conversation, but you cannot take notes. You summarize, but you cannot take notes. So you try to get the point from the conversation. Listen carefully as you listen to the conversation. Follow along the answer. Jadi sambil listeningnya bisa langsung sambil dilihat jawabannya apa. You should guess even if you are not sure. Yeah, use any remaining to look ahead answers question that follow. Nggak boleh ada yang jawaban kosong ya. It's helpful to be able to answer individually ya. Accompanying conversation anticipately. Maksudnya apa? Di skill 7 ini kalian diminta untuk kira-kira antisipasi questionnya seperti apa. Kalau ada pilihan jawaban seperti ini, pertanyaannya seperti apa? Seperti apa? Ya, you have to get for your anticipating for your questions. Di tesnya itu cuma seperti ini, A, B, C, D. Tapi kita bisa kira-kira antisipasi questionnya apa. Nah, ini skill 7 itu melatih kita untuk antisipasi question untuk yang long conversation. Kalau ini ya pasti nanyain waktu. Gitu. Nah, what about number 2? Pages, berarti what kan? Whether, which ya, bisa what. Turn, instruction ya. What to do ya, apa yang harus kita lakukan, belok kanan, go straight gitu ya. Nah, ini yang skill 8 ya. Kalau nanti untuk guessing ya. Kalau skill 8 ya, topiknya apa? Belajar mendapatkan topik dari tiap-tiap conversation tersebut. Dapatnya gimana? Biasanya ada the first or second sentence usually given the topic. Berarti dia ngomong pertama itu topiknya biasanya disampaikan di awal. Jadi bagaimana mendapatkannya ya? You have to start to focus ya. Think detailly at the first. For example, what did you think about the exams? Yeah, that was the hardest one I've ever seen, and it was just hard to long. So the topic of the conversation, it is very long and difficult history exam. So how do we get for this that information here? Yeah, based on the yeah. So I do believe that you can. Yeah, you may practice, you may repeat, you get. And this is about the TOEFL exercise 8 for your practicing. What is the topic? Conversation 1, conversation 2, and also conversation 3. Now let's listen.
Listening Part B. Exercise 8. Listen to the first part of each of the conversations and decide on the topic of each conversation. Number 1. The first part of conversation 1 is,
"Did you understand the assignment the professor gave us today? I'm not sure that I did."
He said to read chapter 6, didn't he?
What is the topic of conversation 1? Number 2. The first part of conversation 2 is,
"Did you hear what happened to Greg?"
I heard he got stung by a bee.
"Well, he did get stung, but it wasn't by a bee. It was a hornet that stung him while he was out walking in the park."
What is the topic of conversation 2? Number 3. The first part of conversation 3 is,
Can you tell me about the university shuttle bus system? This is such a large campus, and I have classes all over campus. I need to take the shuttle bus from one class to another, or I'll never make it on time.
What do you need to know?
what is the topic of conversation 3?
Okay, those are for the exercise getting the topic ya. For you, may repeat as you wish to get the right ones. Now the order of the answer ya. skill 9. Answer question accompanying long conversation are delivered in order. Maksudnya apa? Ketika dimulai, biasanya urutannya ya nomor pertama ya di atasnya, nomor keduanya di bawahnya lanjut. Maksudnya order answer itu urut jawabannya urut. Lokasi jawaban itu urut. Ketika yang tadi nomor 1, 2, 3, 4 gitu ya. Ada 4 number, ada long conversation, sudah jalan 5 detik, itu yang nomor 1 yaitu detik ke-20 itu yang di nomor 2. Detik yang ke-4 atau ke detik ke-1 menit atau 60 detik, detik ke-60 ya, itu jawabannya ya untuk yang ketiga. Dia nggak akan loncat-loncat. Tiba-tiba detik ke-80 itu untuk nomor 1 nggak mungkin. Ya, dia maksudnya urutnya seperti itu. When listen conversation, you should be thinking about the answer question order that listen. Jadi kalau sudah ketemu jawabannya ini untuk nomor 2, nggak usah mikir yang nomor 1 lagi. Yang diucapkan itu biasanya untuk nomor 3 dan nomor 4 karena berlanjut. Contohnya ya, I'm lost 1 di sini ya, lokasi jawabannya di sini, nanti bawahnya ya ini untuk yang nomor 2-nya, ke bawah lagi untuk nomor 3, bukan yang ke bawah untuk nomor 1, bukan ya. What problem does the man? Nanti narator ngomong, jawaban di books-nya seperti ini. Tinggal disesuaikan jawabannya nanti. Oke, now let's go to this one ya, TOEFL exercise 9. Kira-kira apa jawabannya ya? Let's listen.
Exercise 9. Listen to each complete conversation and answer the questions that follow. Questions 1 through 4. Listen as two students discuss what a professor said in a recent class.
Did you understand the assignment the professor gave us today? I'm not sure that I did.
He said to read chapter 6, didn't he?
Yes, he said to read chapter 6. Then I think he also said something about answering the questions at the end of the chapter.
He said to answer the questions, too? I didn't hear that part of the assignment.
I think he did, but I'm not sure. Maybe we should go ask one of the other students what the assignment is, just to be safe.
I think we should.
Number 1. What are the man and woman discussing? Number 2. How much are they supposed to read? Number 3. What part of the assignment is unclear? Number 4. What will they probably do next?
Okay, you may pause or stop that you can get the right answers. Now let's go for this one. Yeah, review 7 to 9.
TOEFL exercise, skills 7 through 9. In this exercise, you will use all of the information that you learned in skills 7 through 9. Questions 1 through 4. Listen as a man asks for directions.
Can you tell me where the post office is? I need to mail a package.
Oh, that's easy. It's very close by.
Where is it exactly?
You go down the street for 1 block and then turn right. You'll see it right there.
Do you know what time the post office closes?
I'm pretty sure that it's open until 5.
Oh, that's great. It's only 4 o'clock now, so I should be able to get there and get this package mailed today. Thanks for your help.
No problem.
Number 1. What are the man and woman discussing? Number 2. How far away is the post office? Number 3. How much longer is the post office open today? Number 4. What will the man probably do next?
Okay, now let's continue for the next skill. This is a strategy for the procedure long talk or long speech, what we call here one. If you have time, preview the answers. The concept almost same, but the different source of the listenings ya. Kalau tadi conversation, kalau ini satu orang yang akan berbicara, long talk ya. You should guess, use and remain to answer almost same ya. So you have to be careful for the listening this one because there is only one talk. 10 question here you are invited you to guess several questions that could be appear because you cannot see on the form sheet of your questions over there Kalau ada for since berarti apa, berapa lama durasi yang dia akan tanya, how long has blah 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 been going. Minta untuk menebak. Nah, contohnya di sini beautiful berarti bisa what. Nah, what apa? What time? It lives, it grows, it need. What apa? What happened? Ya kan? Question in berarti location, berarti where. Nah, the person made what happened to the ya kan? Bisa what ya. Jadi kira-kira kalau ada pilihan seperti ini tuh pertanyaannya apa? Jadi kita juga udah Nah, biasanya kan ada direction-nya, dengerin aja nggak apa-apa. Langsung bisa ke fokus understanding this one. Nah, untuk skill 11, this is the topic ya, diminta untuk sama menganalisis atau mendapatkan ya topik dari tiap-tiap speech tersebut. Now, let's listen for this examples ya, but have this one first. Listen to talk ya, about the meeting. Naratornya pasti ada. I would like to blah 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 blah, blah sampai science fair. The topic of the talk meeting is science club to discuss science fair. Jadi itu ada meeting. I'd like to call a meeting to order now. This is the third monthly meeting of the science club yang diobrolin adalah science fair-nya. Now, let's go for this one.
Listening Part C. Exercise 11. Listen to the first part of each of the talks and decide on the topic of each talk. Number 1. The first part of Talk 1 is,
one of the most deadly plants in the world is poison hemlock. This plant grows in many parts of the world. It is quite dangerous to humans. People can die if they eat it.
What is the topic of Talk 1? Number 2. The first part of Talk 2 is,
Today, we're going to see something that most of you have probably never seen before. A frog jumping contest. This frog jumping contest is part of the Calaveras County Fair in Calaveras County, California.
What is the topic of Talk 2? Number 3. The first part of Talk 3 is,
Hello, I'm Mr. Teal, the head librarian, and I'd like to explain to you about checking out books from this library.
What is the topic of Talk 3? Exercise 12. Listen.
Okay, you may repeat as you wish to get the right answer here. Now let's go to the skill 12, the order of the answer. The answer of the question accompanying almost same. Polanya urut jawabannya nanti yang kamu dengar dari menit ke 1 sampai 10 ya. Semua itu jawaban ya pasti untuk nomor 1. Habis itu menit ke 20 sampai ke 40 biasanya jawaban yang kedua. Ya, tapi jangan analisis di menitnya, ini keurutannya yang saya mau sampaikan. Now let's go to this one for your practicing here ya. Tinggal nanti dia mendengarkan ngurut jangan 1, kamu lihat 4, lihat 3 ini acak jadinya. Tapi lokasi urut jawabannya biasa seperti itu. Nah, dengan adanya seperti ini kamu bisa guess dulu questionnya seperti apa, kira-kira topiknya apa dari lihat model ini. Nggak mungkin ini ngomongin terkait dengan transportation, ada informasi plan ya. Now let's listen here.
Exercise 12. Listen to each complete talk and answer the questions that follow. Questions 1 through 4. Listen to a lecture by a biology professor.
One of the most deadly plants in the world is poison hemlock. This plant grows in many parts of the world. It is quite dangerous to humans. People can die if they eat it. One thing that makes poison hemlock really dangerous is that it looks like some plants that people normally eat. Hemlock belongs to the same family of plants as the carrot. The leaves of the plant look very much like parsley, and its roots look like carrots. People have died when they've made a mistake and have eaten poison hemlock when they thought that they were eating either parsley or carrots.
Number 1. What is the topic of the talk? Number 2. Where is hemlock found? Number 3. What is true about hemlock? Number 4. What can happen to someone who eats hemlock?
Okay, now let's go to the next. This is about the review ya. This is the last listening. So I need you to practice more ya for understanding here ya. You may repeat for this listening. Now let's listen.
TOEFL exercise. Skills 10 through 12. In this exercise, you will use all of the information that you learned in skills 10 through 12. Questions 1 through 4. Listen to a description of the Ringling Museum.
In a few minutes, we'll be arriving at the Ringling Museum in Sarasota, Florida. This museum was built by John Ringling and his wife Mabel. John Ringling became famous as one of the Ringling Brothers, who formed the Ringling Brothers Circus. We'll be visiting 2 areas, the Museum of Art and the Circus Gallery. The Museum of Art contains some excellent Baroque paintings, including some by Rubens. The Circus Gallery contains items from circuses of years past, including a 100-year-old circus parade wagon. Enjoy your visit to the Ringling Museum. I'll see you back at the bus in 3 hours.
Number 1. Who is probably talking? Number 2. Why did John Ringling become famous? Number 3. What is included in the circus gallery? Number 4. What should the people do in 3 hours?
Okay, that's all for this listening. Like I said before, you may pause or stop. You may repeat as you wish, after you have listened and still have difficulties to write answers. Thank you very much for the sessions. This is the second video for the meeting 3. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.